What's good, everybody? It is a 5-star feed, and you're here with the 5-star feeders. Tony and the 5-star feeders. What up? Uh, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man. Doing real good.
Not too bad, man. How are you?
I'm good.
Been a
Ryan,
while.
Not
how the
bad.
hell are you?
I'm good and gravy.
That,
Gravy and good.
that's good. That's
Okay.
cool. We like that. We like that. I'm doing pretty well myself. Got a little haircut today, feeling fresh
Oh,
and fine.
So
You know,
fresh and clean.
you know,
Fresh and clean.
trying to. I got a new mic. I feel like it's. I don't know. How's this sound? It
This
sounds pretty
motherfucker
good.
over here leveling up.
I got a new.
Leveling up. Just leveling.
I got a new
Level.
camera. I just feel like I need some new lighting because I got like one little light source right here, so I need to get some new lighting, and it probably would help this a lot better. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody was selling their stuff, and I was like, "How much you selling it for?" And they told me a price, and I was like, "Will you take this?" And they were like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay, I'll buy it."
telling you, man, you want to get two lights to have at angles, and have one a little bit brighter than the other, so you get just a hair of shadow,
Mm,
and get the temperature just right. Play around with it. It'll take years
sweet.
off. I look pretty on here.
Yeah,
I look pretty rough without these lights.
yeah. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. I need. That's why I'm like, it's all dark. I need something. I need to be bright up in here. So anyway, yeah, here we are on a beautiful Wednesday. It is a Wednesday. We
that's
are
it.
here. So, Fish,
Yo,
you hit goal on that Kickstarter.
I did indeed. 5.5 hours we hit goal.
Let's start the show with hearing about it, seeing about it.
Skadoosh. We're at 1246 right now with 23 backers and 23 days to go. On the Roll for Hero Handbook and Mini Comic Kickstarter, there's all kinds of awesome stuff. The handbook is a whole lot of fun for rolling up random new characters and whatnot. All you need are some six-sided dice in your imagination, and you can create all kinds of endless heroes and villains like we did today on our first live stream, which is part of the mini comic, where we are creating a brand new mini comic together with all the backers. So all of the backers got the link sent to them for the live stream today, and we rolled up brand new characters and stuff. I rolled up, let's see if I can pull him up real quick. Rolled up Baron Asunder here, who is the avatar for this cosmic entity that's trying to get into our dimension, and it granted him all these powers and this super high-tech armor and makes him fireproof and all of this stuff, and he's supposed to be leading a cult and getting all this stuff together so that he can open the portal and bring this evil god here, and he's trying to play both sides and use the
Mm,
power to be strong and be mighty and rule, but not open the portal and let the boss man through, and then suddenly he's a dog on a leash and not the leader anymore. So came up with a really interesting story, really cool idea, but this is only the first of three character creation ones that we're going to do, and then we're going to let the backers vote on which ones we're going to make the story about. So maybe he'll be in the mini comic, maybe he won't. We're going to find out later, but you can join in for as little as $5, and you can get in on all of the live streams, watch us create the mini comic. You could come in and get this awesome drawing pad that is 50 pages full of character sheets and figures to draw over so that you can create all of your awesome characters and stuff. If you're not that great at drawing yet, this is a really great tool to help make cool characters. All kinds of awesome tiers from $5 to 100. You can get physical and digital copies of the handbook, the mini comic. You can get the set with the drawing pad and dice and both books. You can get the t-shirt. You can even come on the show and have me or Esteban roll up a new character with you, design it, draw it for you, and then you get to keep that character. You can use him in books, whatever you want. You can even contain glossy poster of your brand new character to go with your Roll for Hero handbook, the mini comic, the drawing pad, the whole 9 yards. a heck of a deal. You are not going to get
Nice.
to sign a character this cheap anywhere else. So get on board and hang out. Have fun.
All right.
No, the Kickstarter looks pretty sick, dude. I mean, always looks anything you put together always looks top tier anyway. But it looks fun. It looks interesting. It's different for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a training class next year, Fish.
Oh man, I'll help you out, man. That's what I'm here for. That's the part that I really like about the mini comic live streams is getting a chance to give back to the community that's given me so much. Like I literally keep a roof over my kids' heads because I get to draw comic books for a living. I wouldn't be able to do that if the Kickstarter community and the indie comic community didn't support me and my works. So I'm really excited to be able to do this hands-on class. You can come hang out, watch the entire thing from creating the characters to packing and shipping the books at the end. You can ask any questions you got about making comics, printing comics, drawing, lettering, writing, packing and shipping a Kickstarter. Whatever you got questions on, we'll answer them on stream while we're hanging out. It's a great opportunity to give back, and that has me really excited. That's what I'm really enjoying.
I feel that. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Are you guys getting an echo at all?
No, sir, Bob. Not over
All right,
in this area.
That's good. That's good. So you haven't backed Mr. Fish's Kickstarter. Do it. Check it out. Grab it. Get something. Like you said, you're not gonna find character creations and designing for $100 and get all that stuff. So even if you're somebody who is, writing your own book, like this is cool because you can get in and have a character designed for you. So definitely worth getting into. Check it out. Support Mr. Fish because he's cool as hell, and make that happen. So where are we at? Where are you at right now? You're at 23.
Yeah, 23 backers and I believe $1,246. Right.
We should be able to at least hit 25 backers.
That would be awesome.
Let's hit 25.
Get a couple of our viewers to go hang out and give us a back. Eddie Von B there is, I believe he's already on board. He hung out with us today on the live stream and is kicking out awesome ideas.
We need 2 backers at least. So
at least
get on it. At least at bare. Oh shit. Bare minimum. Something fell over here. It scared the shit out of me. Yeah, got me. Yeah, got me live. I was like, oh.
What's doing
Something fell over here. Dude.
I was wondering about that.
It got me. It was like, I was like, oh shit. Got me a little bit.
A little bit.
So Ryan, I'm gonna let you lead this next discussion.
About?
You know what we're getting into.
Oh, okay. I know what we're talking about.
He finally
I know
caught
what we're talking about. Yeah, I know what we're gonna talk about.
So this is the part of the show where if you have not seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, we're about to drop spoilers. Maybe we can put something on the bottom, Fish, that can run. That like tells people
banner.
like a little banner that goes by that tells people that we're doing spoilers. All right. Get that in there. That way people don't get hurt, upset, sad. We're gonna be spoiling for Fee. Fee says she has not seen the movie yet, but she's okay. Yeah, you got that. We're gonna get that rolling. So this is the spoiler. Spoiler. We're gonna be spoiling. So, all right, Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, I didn't know this was happening, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I said in your
I know.
comments,
Yesterday I was gonna go on live and talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day, the good, the bad, and the ugly, but I got hit by most epic happy birthday, Michael Watson, today, telling me that there's nothing bad about the movie. That was the first thing he said. So he wanted to chime in my comments and it's like, there's nothing bad about it.
Mike had a strong opinion. I find that hard to believe.
I find that
That's
hard to
not my
believe
Mike
as well. And I wanted to talk about it last night, but like
you let Michael punk you.
Yeah, no one was available, which is fine. And two, like I had pharmacy issues, so it was not going to go down anyway. So this is the perfect opportunity to talk about it with my favorite people.
There you go.
Here. Yeah. So, Fish, you saw it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Tony has definitely seen it. But
Twice.
First and foremost, I'm one of those people who don't like any of the Spider-Man movies. None of them, except three. Except three. I like the animated ones. To me, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Beyond this, whatever the fuck it is, Beyond the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse. Those are my favorite Spider-Man movies, and they're animated by far. So I don't consider like those movies part of the live-action crew. I separate those two.
Yeah.
All the live-action films, I only like one of them, and that was Spider-Man 2, because that felt the most accurate, the most comic book, the most like best interpretation of Doc Ock, in my opinion, on any film adaptation. So Spider-Man 2 was my movie. I don't like any others. I don't like Spider-Man 1. I don't like 3. I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man, the Garfield verse. Don't like any of that. Yeah. So none of those, and I don't like Tom Holland's Junior Stark movies. Like
you
I
don't
don't.
Like that Tobey Maguire cry. You don't like that.
What you're getting is just evidence that Ryan's a hater. But all right, keep going.
But this little tender film, this little brand new day film, this little film is the shit. This is my second favorite Spider-Man movie.
We're good
of all time. I like Spider-Man 2. I like Brand New Day. Those are the only two live-action Spider-Man movies I can get behind. That's it.
All right.
That's all.
Pause. So Ryan likes it.
Yeah.
Let's ask Fish. Fish, before we get into any details with anything, did you like it? Where does it fall for you in Spider-Man movies?
Oh, I definitely liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Is it my absolute favorite? I don't know, because the last one with all the emotional strings of getting the other Spider-Man to get to come in and getting to see Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man get to save MJ, stuff like that. That was pretty emotional and pretty awesome. Seeing the sacrifice Peter had to make at the end, that was pretty awesome. But this one was good. This one was really good. And the choices they made on a lot of things, I really loved that they made. So I really dug it. I did.
Nice. I would agree that I really, really enjoyed it so much that I've seen it twice. Although now that I think about it, I think I've seen most Spider-Man movies twice in theaters. Is it number one in my heart? I don't know if it's number one, but I will say I will agree. I felt like it was the most Spider-Man movie that we've gotten, as far as just like the first 20 minutes of the film just felt so Spider-Man, with just everything he was doing.
A lot of verisimilitude.
It made me think of the games. It made me think of this is a lot. I really enjoyed it. So that we came across the board that we all enjoy it. Fee has not seen it yet, but that's okay. Fee will see it, and I'm sure Fee will love it. But Ryan, continue.
So I already knew this movie was going to be the shit just by the opening of the film, just by the little Marvel Studios logo, where it was just Spider-Man montages of all the 3 other previous films. That's when I know the tone was about to be something different. And when you open with the film, the tone is completely different. It's like right off the bat, like Peter's alone. Peter has been Spider-Man for a while now. People know who he is. He is established. He's an established street level hero. Yeah. Everybody knows him. And right off the bat, I was like, this Spider-Man, like, is kind of troubled, very alone. And this movie has the undertone of just dealing with, you know, loneliness in general. That's the overall arc of the film, because the people he come across, the Punisher, all these people, they all relate to him. You know, the Black Widow, they're all alone. They have no one. There's Chief. Nothing in their life. And that's the relation and correlation of this whole entire film. Yeah. And with the villain of the film is also alone as well in this film. So that is the overall arc of this whole entire tone of this film, is that there's a sense of loneliness in these people's lives, which I really, really loved. Like with new MCU, with Kevin Feige being back at the helm, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and now Brand New Day, they all have that kind of similarity in these films.
They hit on real mental health issues.
Yeah, like mental health crisis and mental health issues are throughout all these films.
I agree.
Like even in Fantastic Four, there's a sense of that too. So,
I mean, Mr. Fantastic definitely is dealing with that in a sense of feeling like he has to be this person that's taking care of everything
and everybody. Yeah. And that's what I enjoy about these films right now. But Brand New Day takes it to another level. It's like, I never liked Holland's Spider-Man, not in any of the 3 prior films. He was never my Spider-Man. It was always Maguire. That was my boy. That was always him, because, you know, he just felt like
I liked him.
That was my Spider-Man. And like now,
I like them all for different reasons.
Yeah. Now Holland has been the longest running Spider-Man. Yeah. And now that I feel like in this film, this nigga got it. This is my favorite performance of Tom Holland in any film he's ever been in. Now I just saw The Odyssey and I thought he was dog shit in that movie. Like straight up. Like terrible. I watched this movie, I'm like, this boy can act. This boy has skill. There's one scene with him and MJ in the bunker in the Punisher's submarine lair, whatever you want to call it. And he just is like pouring his heart to MJ, like straight up. And I was like, am I watching like them two or am I watching Holland? That's how scary it was, because it was like, he was so good. Yeah. He was so good in that scene. And I was like, this might be the best performance I've ever seen him in any movie. And it's Spider-Man. Yeah. Like, and that's a big thing. Yeah. Because if you want to get in hindsight, there's not much of a resume for Holland. He's done a couple indie films, but they're all terrible. They're just not good, you know? So this is the best performance he's ever given, I think, in any film.
I think, just piggybacking off that, I feel like the acting across the board.
Oh, yeah.
Top tier.
All of it.
I feel like you can really sense, I think in a lot of the scenes in the movie, you can sense the real relationships that all these people have. And it just translates super well on the screen. I mean, I think acting across the board was good. I agree with you, man. There was just really some emotional parts in this movie, and it felt, I don't know, it just felt different. It just felt Here's the thing. I know he was able to be part of the writers' room this time. He was able
Yeah.
to be kind of more
Yeah.
hands-on,
Mhm.
and this really felt like a true love letter to, hey, we know our first films, we had to introduce Spider-Man differently, and we added this Stark element to it, which was fine to me because I knew the MCU had to do stuff a little different. But this was like, man, we're about to give you a Spider-Man
And it
movie,
is a Spider-Man movie.
and it's
Yeah.
gonna feel like everybody who's grew up with Spider-Man, you're gonna love this movie because it's gonna feel like, yeah, he's got the little, all Spider-Man's always had little cameos with other characters and crossovers with
Mhm.
other characters, and like
Mhm.
his
Mhm.
relationship with the Punisher was just top tier. And let's not even, I mean, they did the Punisher so good.
Oh, we'll get into. I would love to get in that, but also, I think another thing that people like don't know is like a lot of people thought this movie was bloated. I didn't think it was bloated at all.
Hmm.
I think this is one of the best pacing films I've watched in a long time.
Bloated?
Yeah, this movie's 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I mean, you said they thought it was bloated. It was okay.
Yeah, a lot of people think this is a bloated movie because there's a lot of moving parts.
But you
in
thought
this
it was
film.
more grounded, right?
But it's incredibly grounded.
Whoa. You're saying that this movie is incredibly.
Yes! Do it again, Fish! Do it again! Yes!
I spent way too long making that for you.
Yes! Oh my God!
You heard that.
We've been
That's
waiting.
fantastic!
We've been waiting for you to say grounded this whole
I have been
time.
waiting with my finger on the button. I keep going back between the chat and this so I could be ready when it came up.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was
This
going to wait
movie-
weeks if I had to, but I knew it was going to come up.
yes, this movie is grounded. But I just think for me,
in a good way,
in a great way.
not
In a great
grounded
way.
in the way that he usually means.
Yeah.
Grounded in a good way.
But the pacing of this film is exceptional. It's one of the best pacing movies I've seen in a long time. And the thing with Spider-Man is that Spider-Man movies have always been a bigger anchor for the MCU.
Mhm.
Always. There's always a bigger element over the Spider-Man films. And it's in this film as well. But
It's not as in your
it's
face.
not as prevalent. This
Yeah.
is a Spider-Man film, first
Yeah.
and foremost. And they make sure you know that.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about it.
It
More
feels
than
like
anything.
it. Yeah, I mean, just little stuff that he does, man. Like, pointing at people and telling them they're doing a great job. Hey, you're doing a great job. You're doing, great work, guys. Just everything that he's doing, it's so Spider-Man, bro. Like,
Mhm.
it just is. And if you
Mhm.
really start paying attention to some of the stuff, there's callbacks to, Damage Control was in Spider-Man Homecoming, right?
Mhm.
They're the ones who took over the Vulture's operation. So they've kind of been building up to this
Oh,
point
Damage
too.
Control been around since like the 70s or 80s.
Mhm.
And they've
Well,
been
I
around
know
for
that, but I'm
years.
saying they brought him in. I'm saying through the
Mhm.
MCU, like they
Yeah.
sprinkled it in there, and now we're getting it in here. And I don't know, man. It just the whole movie just felt Spider-Man, dude. That's all I can say about the movie. It just felt Spider-Man. Like
Mhm.
I left it the first time, and I automatically knew like I'm gonna go see this again.
Yeah.
Because
Like when me and Derek walked out of that theater, we're like, that might be the best Spider-Man film we've ever watched in our life. Like straight up.
And it's got all the classic Spider-Man stuff. I mean, like he's alone making his gear and his tech himself.
Yes.
He's using much more high-tech ways of doing it than like on a sewing machine by hand like he used to do. But
Yeah.
that's what Peter would be doing now if
Mhm.
in today with 3D printers and all
3D
this
printers
stuff.
and stuff like that.
He would
yeah.
have machines helping sew his stuff for him.
Mhm.
So it looks a lot better and it's more durable. And like I would too if I had that equipment. even down to like going to the college to find a professor to help give him advice, to talk through an idea, to build a new piece of tech. That is a classic Spider-Man shtick and a great way to get in another guest star from another book and, you know, another scientist or another hero or something to, you know, find out more about XYZ. That was a beautiful way of doing it.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Fish, because I feel like each character in this film served a valuable narrative purpose.
Yeah,
every character in this film had a narrative. They weren't shoot in or they weren't cameos. They had a narrative purpose throughout the whole entire.
And they
film.
were done in a way too, like, you know, some, you know, movies people walk away with like, well, where were the Avengers during this, or where was? So I love the part where he goes into the bathhouse and she's like, "This is your level shit." You know what I'm saying?
This is the small potatoes.
This is the small potato. Big potato, we'll handle that, but you're the neighborhood. And I love that because, for one, and I also feel like this is really, and you know, I could be wrong here, but I feel like as far as street level shit goes, this is definitely the best street level movie we've gotten. Like,
oh yeah, oh, hands down. And
Hands down.
we get to see so much of his street level world and get to see him take on so many different characters, and
they're through incredible, beautiful montages.
Yeah,
and that's how they shift time in the movie.
Yeah,
like,
I love
he's
that.
Fighting a villain one year, another villain the next year, and it's in a montage way, which I love.
I love
throwbacks to the older movies like Shocker's Gauntlets being in there, and all of that stuff. Like, that was so cool to get to see all that stuff, to get to see Scorpion in a movie and see him kicking ass as full Scorpion, and not have to have a freaking origin story movie for Scorpion.
Yeah, dude.
It also has to share an origin story with 3 other guys because you got to pack in all the. No, it could just. Scorpion's here, you know, let's fight him, take him down. Oh crap, he got out again. You know, that's what's fun.
Yeah, that's comics though too, right? Like, eventually you might get a little something in the back. Like, they're good at giving backstories. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying what made it fun is we don't need all that. Like, we've already established there's people with powers, there's people with tech, there's people with stuff. We know that there's crazy Stark tech. We know that there's all this shit. So it's cool to not give us, okay, he obviously got his hands on some tech. He's already a bad dude. He's doing bad shit. Cool. Like, we don't need to go into this deep, you know, his family's sick, so he's got to steal stuff because he can't get a regular job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or he's got a chip on his shoulder, or blah, blah, blah.
We just, it was cool. And like, you know, like I said, the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie, like them going through and just showing all this stuff and him wearing the vest with the hat when it's cold outside. Like, there was just a lot of cool elements to the movies. And it feels like it really was a love letter to like diehard Spider-Man fans. Like, it's
100%.
like, hey,
100%.
We're going to try to make this as much as we can a Spider-Man film that's going to feel like you're picking up a comic book and you're reading it. And I think they captured that for sure.
100%. This is exactly what I said in my non-spoiler review on my TikTok, is like, this is what I wish Superman was. Like, this is what I wish it was. Like, Superman's a good movie, but it's not.
It's not nowhere near.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not to the level or caveat you
it's
said.
not to the
like,
level of this kind of precise.
Like you said, picking up a comic book. It's not to that way that for all lovers of Superman to like.
You know, when you have an ensemble, like, this is how you handle an ensemble in this movie. That's how Superman should have been handled. But Superman didn't feel like a Superman film. It just felt like a Saturday morning cartoon with a bunch of characters in it and not Superman.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have time to breathe in that movie. You have time to breathe in this movie, but also enjoy it at the same time. And like, I didn't get that translation when I watched Superman. When you watch Spider-Man, you get all that. But let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Let's first. Yeah, let's go ahead. You're talking about, you're going to drop the name? This is spoilers. So go ahead.
So the cap off is the villain, the antagonist in this movie is Jean Elaine Grey. Jean Grey from the X-Men. And what I really liked...
Is she the villain, though?
No, she's not a villain. She's not a villain at all. The villain is Damage Control.
I think that old man that walked into traffic may feel differently about that.
That's true.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that because I feel like we got a little bit more X-Men than we should have. Like I said prior, the Spider-Man films always have an overall MCU arc to their films, and that is what this is. Kevin Feige has done a brilliant way of bringing in the X-Men, in my opinion, with the start element of Jean Grey. Though we've already had Miss Marvel, by the end of the television series, that when you get to her, you find out that she's a mutant, and you hear the dun 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 dun. What they throw that in about the mutation and shit and all that.
Yeah.
In Wakanda, like Wakanda Forever, we know Namor is the first mutant.
Yeah.
Like we've had these sprinkles
of mutants,
mutants throughout the MCU in Phase 4 and 5. But I think this is the closest that you feel like, oh, we're about to roll the next 15 years with the mutant saga, because this really lays this shit down. And Spider-Man has a big impact in this film for mutants in general. In general, he creates the mutant inhibitors, which is my biggest con of this whole damn movie. Okay, and you can fight me on it, but I don't like that Peter Parker invented the fucking mutant inhibitor.
Why?
In this
Why
film.
do you not like it?
Dude, for me, the beauty of what Trask is, what Stryker is, these are the people who are about I hate motherfucking mutants. Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of them just steal shit to make shit. So it's not like they're gonna take it and make it worse than what it is now. But I get what you're saying, but like a lot of their
Peter Parker creating the mutant inhibitor, which becomes the collars for not having people use their bro. That's a fucking big stretch. Like I would appreciate it that.
I mean,
I don't think it is because of the way they set it up. It's not like he set it up for that reason. It's not like
that's the thing. That's what I like about it. That's the thing that I like about him creating the inhibitor collar is he's absolutely the kind of guy that has the brilliance to create it and the innocence to not think about the negative
doing it for
way
a right
other people
reason.
would use it.
And I think that's another part too, where it's like people take shit that's made for good intentions and make it bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get that.
Go ahead, bitch. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
But he's absolutely the guy, especially this Spider-Man, is the guy that would create it and readily hand it off to somebody else and be like, yeah, use this, make sure she stays safe so nobody gets hurt, and never once consider what other people are going to do with that technology once it's out of his hands.
Yep.
And, I love that. I mean, if you just don't like the fact that Peter Parker's the one that created it, I can understand that.
Dude,
but
I would have loved to see like in an
the
X-Men
fact
movie, Trask walks out with the collar. But we're not going to get that now.
I mean, you might though, because you might get it and say, and you might get it, but it's going to say, thanks to the technology that Spider-Man made, we're able to.
Yeah, they said that in this film too. So like that was like, oh, he made the mutant inhibitor.
Yeah.
But like that, I think that was the biggest fucking thing I hated about the film. Like I was like, this is how we're going to keep Spider-Man in these fucking films now.
Well, yeah, but it also is going to give him something later. Me too, because Spider-Man, we all know that Spider-Man, his story is not for the faint of hearts, right? He's always hit with tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. What makes Spider-Man is when he hits tragedy, he bounces back and overcomes it, right? So I think this is just ultimately going to be another thing that's going to weigh on his heart, right? This is going to be another thing that's
Yeah.
like, damn,
Yeah.
I
That's
made
one more
this,
mistake
and now
to haunt him.
it's one more
Yeah.
mistake that I've made that's going to haunt me.
Great
But
power
I'm going
comes great
to
responsibility.
fix it. I'm
Yeah.
going to help fix it. And I think, you know, with the Spider-Man, because let's be honest, man, this Spider-Man took hit after hit after hit after hit after hit,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, they always
And-
will. Like
Yeah.
Spider-Man transcends comic, like how Batman does.
And trying his best to do the best to help everybody, and
Yeah.
ended up creating something that's going to hurt so many people, I think is absolutely beautiful writing for this. And one of the things that I like that they did in this movie is they constantly had me screaming at the screen, being like, dude, you are going the wrong way. You are not paying attention. You do not need to be. You don't need to be chasing the brainwashed people. You need to be going back to your apartment where you know the person doing the brainwashing is.
Yeah, that part.
You don't need to hand them this inhibitor collar because you know they had me screaming at these consequences that he was too naive to see coming, and I loved that. Like, don't be fighting the Hulk, you dumbass. Go after the girl that's controlling it.
Yeah.
And bro, I won't deny that. That's the only con I have. But like I said, this is how they keep Spider-Man in these films. Yeah. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. It's just like I'm like, fuck, why'd it have to be Peter? Like, why? But I get it.
Because they had to pick somebody. They had to make it like, damn, the most innocent, happiest, trying to do the right thing person is going to be the one that made it, and somebody's going to take.
And like he's going to be the face of mutant registration now. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the fucking thing
Like,
I'm
I've
saying.
never read a Spider-Man comic.
Yeah.
This is the crap that happens to him.
Boy,
that's what I'm saying.
I think the only other con I have,
because he's my favorite character, and they've been crapping on him for like 50 years, and he can't win for losing no matter how hard he tries. That's what I love about him.
That's Spider-Man. That's what makes him him. You know.
The only other con I have is like, nigga, how you got all this money? Like, they could have gave us a little montage of where the fuck this nigga works at. Or is he getting on the payroll? Or is he on the payroll of the police?
Give us a sign. He's got.
Like, where's this money coming from?
Stealing this equipment? Like
that's the only other con.
Or is he? Or did Aunt May leave him like an inheritance?
An inheritance,
Right, it had to be an inheritance to some other like passive streams of income. Some successful business
that
Aunt
makes
May did
me
that just
wonder
left
with
it.
the
It's just
Peter
running.
Parker, would that even matter? Like, if she left him an inheritance, would that?
It wouldn't matter if he had an inheritance.
Peter Parker.
Like, that wouldn't bother me. It just seems like in this movie, like, he's on his own. Aunt May didn't leave him much, or if anything at all.
Yeah.
But he's full
because like he buys they show us that he's getting an apartment, like, and it's a dusty, shitty ass apartment.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a crappy one. But
I mean, maybe he still got some Stark money.
Maybe he does have some Stark money. You know? But like that's nitpicking. That's just me nitpicking, and that's nothing that really matters in this film anyway.
Right.
So, but other than that, the only biggest con that I have is that Peter invented the mutant inhibitor. Like,
I got some cons, but that ain't even on.
All right,
but that's it for me.
What's yours?
What's yours?
I was so disappointed to find out that she was Jean Grey, and you did it. You're the reason that I'm mad that she's Jean Grey.
Yeah, because I thought she was going to be Firestar, bro.
That she could be something as awesome as Firestar, and that's not cool to get my freaking hopes up like that.
I thought she really was going to be,
and then just have it be, it's Jean Grey, like everybody said it was going to be, but and everybody denied it was going to be, and that just, and I don't like being lied to by these companies. I get you're trying to keep a secret. But like Andrew Garfield going on and blatantly saying, no, I'm not in the movie, and then that just pissed me off. And I don't feel like I can ever trust him again. But I didn't like that part, but it's not the end of the world. I don't like her being so violent and like just blatantly like killing that old man in the street.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I
loved it.
That's really freaking dark.
He didn't make it.
Loved
I
it.
get it.
He got hit.
Giving you a bad name, but
Dang.
That's really dark for that young girl. I don't care for that. I didn't like that part, but I could get around that part. The one thing that really bugged me
They
about
didn't
the
really
movie,
have to add that part in. They
no,
could've-
I loved it.
it was unnecessary.
Yeah, I'm not saying I have any way about it. I'm just saying they didn't have to.
Ryan, was that grounded for you?
Completely.
Like
Hey,
Eddie
that
said
old man was
earlier,
grounded.
I liked the homage covers and stuff that they showed off and things in there and showing those scenes. I liked that stuff. I did not like how much the movie felt like the Spider-Man video game in so many places. Like in so many places, it
that it
felt
did.
like scenes directly out of the video game as they're like shooting blasters at him designed to destroy his webbing, or as he's doing this scene, or he's throwing out the web grenades. It just felt too much like the video game in those scenes. And I get paying an homage to the video games. A scene or two would have been cool, and I'd have been, I see what you did there. But it felt like there was a lot of that. And
I mean,
He's a big fan of
respect
he's a big fan of the games. So
I
that's
feel like I was
probably-
about to say, I was like, depending on that, that's a point of
I
view. difference
like
from,
the
you said,
games,
certain generations,
but
games,
like when
gamers,
he's
like-
fighting the hand at the end, I expected to see like a big flashing A come up at one point and then like a big flashing X to hit, so that you could hit the special thing during the code and take everybody out in one big move. And I
respect that, because once you think about it, there's a lot of fucking cuts and homages to the Insomniac game. There's a lot. Yeah.
Mhm.
It is, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
It's true. I didn't hate it though. That fucking whole hand sequence.
Yeah.
I put my goddamn fucking. I was laid back. I put my seat down. I was like this. I was like, this shit is fucking fire. like that's how good that scene was.
Yeah.
Like it was dirty.
So
But Sadie Sink has a different origin story. This is
Yeah.
not the Jean Grey you know from the comics. This is a completely different origin story.
But
for Jean.
here's the thing on that though, because what I think they did, and I know a lot of people have a gripes with this part of the movie. What I think they did is they're finding a way to create hate for mutants that's gonna make sense in an updated world where there's already superheroes, because you have superheroes already in this world. They've seen Incredible Hulk. They've had a whole alien invasion, right? So this stuff's not new to them, right? But the fact that they're trying to introduce the X-Men this late into the game, they had to be strategic on how they, for one, do it. And if you're going to go the hate route of people hating mutants, you got to do it in a way that makes sense, right? And I feel like doing it this way made sense to make it more updated, because now it's man, you mean to tell me these random kids could just have these powers and
take over half of New York?
Take over half of New York? Like, this girl, she did it in a big way. You're meaning that Spider-Man almost died during, like, these guys are real threats, right? So I think they did it in a smart way, because they can't.
I think it was brilliant.
They can't do it. Let's just be real. It doesn't work the same as it did in the comic books, because
you can't have generations of people being mad at mutants if they didn't exist before.
If they didn't exist. And I've always said, every time that Marvel tries to redo the comics now, and it's like people are still hating on mutants, it's like, why are they hating on mutants but not hating on Captain America? And you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense anymore. But like, they've done it in a strategic way to where, oh shit, people are just being born with this stuff now. Like, it can be anybody.
It does kind of make sense, though. I mean, they do it even in the comics. They do it in the way of like, well, Spider-Man's a guy that something happened to. Anything could happen to me, but them mutants, they're born that way. They're born wrong.
I'm not saying it doesn't
and it's
make
easy
sense
to look at somebody as an other, but just like, I'm way less likely to become a millionaire, but it's really easy to associate with millionaires. Be like, well, yeah, if we make that law that's going to make them pay taxes, if I ever become a billionaire, I don't want to have to pay that. And we vote against our own self-interest. Like, it's the same kind of thing.
Mhm.
I just think they had to figure out a way to be creative, and I think they were pretty creative in that.
Yeah, I just wish they
What's
did that for Blade.
What's scarier than mind control, right?
Mhm.
What's scarier than mind control? And I feel like that was a
I just
cool way
like
to
that
do it.
Jean gave MJ her memories back. You know, I like that. Like that she gave Ned's memories back.
Do
You
we know
know,
that for sure? Or is that just
oh, we
something?
fucking know, bro. During
I
that whole
don't know.
entire sequence when they were frozen and she started, like, you saw that tear go down her eye. She's like, "Oh shit!"
Well,
I think
I think she's terrified. I
nope,
mean,
nope. I think she was unlocking shit in her
It was
mind.
recognition more than
Yeah.
just fear.
Yeah, because her fucking powers got amplified. I also thought there's a little bit of Phoenix in there too, bro. When fucking old dude got hit by the car, that's Phoenix. That's not Jean, bro. Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Let's
So
talk about my little thing that I was talking to Ryan about. All right.
yes,
Ned.
yes.
All right.
Let's go.
Fish. You pay attention to the details and little details, so they're not gonna bring up those energy drinks 3 different times if they don't plan on doing something with that and somehow it affecting Ned in the future, right? There's been talks of Hobgoblin, Ned, da 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 yada yada, right? So he's in the store. He buys the energy drinks. He says, all these have had all my friends in college were brainwashed by these things, right? Now we know that version of Hobgoblin was through like brainwashing, shit like that, right? I'm telling you, they would not bring it up. Not only did he buy them, not only does we see him drink it, not only do we see her steal it from him and say, and the boyfriend says, you can't save everybody. And she's like, I can try. They're not going to show that many times without that not playing a role later on in the movie.
Bro, I hope he's either Hobgoblin in the second movie or the final film of Tom Holland's.
I would be
second
here
trilogy.
for a fat ass hobgoblin flying around on a glider.
Dude, I would fucking
I
live for
would
it.
love that.
I would live for it. I would live for it, bro.
Do you agree though, Fish? Are they going to show? Or why would they pay attention to those that many times in the movie if it doesn't going to?
They did put a lot of attention on that for it to not have any wrap up in the movie itself, unless it was like a scene that got cut or something. But it was an awful lot of attention to put on one thing like that when he could have just been, being a goober talking about the mini cakes he was buying for the party or something. Like they didn't have to go down that rabbit hole on that.
Right. Because he's like, don't sell them to me. Just kidding. Sell me one. Like there was a lot, dude. It was like,
now he's like, now give me two.
Ha ha ha. Give me two.
And then you saw him drinking them.
And you see him
like when he at the party. Yeah.
She steals one from him. Like that's a lot to put in if there's not going to be something down the road for it, I feel like. So I just feel like in some way they're going to connect they're going to make this a thing.
They put a lot into Kang and that ain't going anywhere.
No, that's a little different, but I want to say it here on the 5-star feed that is my prediction that those energy drinks are going to be something. Could be a curveball, but I'm putting it on the record now. It's what I believe.
I want Hobgoblin to happen. Everybody wants Venom. Everybody wants Venom, but I want Hobby.
He is my favorite villain in Spider-Man of all time. Like over Green Goblin, anybody else.
Because that could be Holland's Green Goblin. Like that's what I'm saying. No, we got Green Goblin in No Way Home. That can be his quintessential.
Right. Well, we already know they're doing stuff a little different. It's not really following any like comic book. It's taking pieces and parts of stuff, and the MCU is its own thing, which is fine because I like the idea that, I have the comic and I can go read that comic, but I like that they pull stuff from comics and they're kind of making their own. They've had to, right? Unfortunately, lawsuits and lawyers and stuff like that have made it this way to where they couldn't just copy and paste and do a copy and paste stuff. They've got to create their own stuff. So I think
Doom controls Sentinels. He has the Sentinels. It's in the new
Yeah.
trailer. Yeah.
I think they're going to keep just doing little different stuff like that. And if he doesn't technically have a Green Goblin in his world, but he has a Hobgoblin, that's cool. Like that's okay, cool. I can deal with that. I don't need. I mean, there's I could be wrong, but there's no mention of Oscorp at all in
Nope. Still
anything.
no eyes. Still no
So,
eyes. There is
I'd
no
be
Harry
crazy.
Osborn. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and I know people are wanting Venom, but like we have a Secret Wars movie coming up, and if they
Which
think
he's
we're not
going
gonna-
to be in. Spider-Man will be in Secret
Right.
Wars.
and
Mhm.
like we're probably gonna get a black suit Spider-Man
Yep.
during that movie, so we don't have to rush it. It doesn't have to be now. I was okay that they didn't completely do a man Spider. I know Fish wanted that.
I know a lot of people wanted that.
I
was
wanted
good.
the newer one where he got like the blade coming out of his arm and all of that stuff, when he had his more recent transformation. I was hoping it would go that route, and it did not.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed that the transformation was only into basically full Spider-Man. I was hoping it was going to be scarier than that,
Yeah.
but taking him to like man Spider with 6 arms is kind of hard to bring him back from.
True. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, overall, we all like the movie, obviously. It's a good movie. I hope we get. You don't want it to be Ned.
I want it to be Ned so bad, bro. It has to be Ned.
I just feel like Fish said, like Ryan said, with Spider-Man, like that's just another gut punch to Spidey. That's just another one of those things that, like, man, it's because Spider-Man has always been, whenever you think he's got it and he's on top, something tragic happens and it puts him all the way back down, and it's something else that he has to overcome and deal with and do. So I just feel like what's worse for him than Ned, his buddy, his
going
friend,
dark.
beautiful,
Ned going dark.
funny, lighthearted, wonderful person Ned getting turned into something horrible, So I do think it'll happen.
Ned
I don't know.
declassified.
So there you go. We all enjoyed the movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely see it. It's great. I even recommend I would recommend if you can, definitely watch it for a second time, because I feel like it was better the second time. Because the first time it was like you're getting past the oohs and the ahs and everything, and the second time you really just can kind of lock in.
Like when you go out to eat, and then it's like it's better the second day than it is the first day you ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Get that.
And I could totally see him getting there by trying to be helpful, and
yeah.
totally see that.
Something's gonna happen. It's gonna be some kind of way to where you really like feel like horrible for Ned, because it's like damn, and you're gonna feel horrible for Peter because it's his boy, and now you're gonna feel horrible for MJ because I love the relationship that Ned and MJ have too. They,
I gotta say, one of my favorite things in the whole movie, though, was the fact that MJ didn't just like, okay, yes, I love you too, person I don't know. At the end of it,
Yeah,
I loved
it.
The fact that he didn't get that easy happy ending that I know a lot of executives were probably pushing them to do. But
I'm sure there were notes.
Yeah,
that like the power of true love and friendship comes through with Ned, and they click at the end, and he's like, Peter. Because honestly, I think friendship is a much more beautiful, pure type of love, because there's nothing, you don't have anything to gain out of it. I'm not getting, the lust out of my wife or, something like that. It's just because
You want to be around that person. You like
I
that
like
person.
Tony and I like hanging out with him.
Yeah.
And I love Ryan because I think Ryan's a cool dude. And I dig Fee because I think she's smart and clever and I like talking to her. Like, it's that friendship part of it that I think is so awesome and so deep and so rare to pay enough attention to in a movie. And the fact that that was the one that got the magic happy ending, I like that. That was cool. My biggest pet peeve, though, my biggest freaking pet peeve is that fucking end credit scene. That not even a scene.
Spider-Man's off world again.
Graphic.
Spider-Man's off world.
The fact that they pushed it all the way to the very end of the credits.
Yeah, bro. I didn't like that either.
And it was just that little. That's the only thing I hate that I had to watch twice because I didn't want to tell them that I was watching it the second time. Like, oh, y'all don't need to see this because of course they want to see it. Everybody
would not. I would have. I was bothered that my son, who had seen the movie 3 times by this point, did not tell me not to sit through the end credit scene.
Yeah,
he's like, "Well, I didn't want to ruin it." You could have ruined. You wouldn't have ruined nothing by telling me it's a stupid graphic. You don't need to bother. Let me show it to you. Here's a picture of it. That's all you.
That was probably one of the worst end credit scenes that MCU.
Dang, that sucks.
Hands down.
So it's not worth Fee when you know that we've saved you.
Don't stay for it.
You don't need to stay for it.
You do not have to stay for it.
Basically saying, "Oh, he's in Secret Wars."
Yeah. But that's the show, folks. So if you haven't yet, go watch Spider-Man. We all highly recommend it. If you haven't yet, go back Fishley's Kickstarter because it's fun and you're gonna get your money's worth. And Fish is an awesome dude. And if anything else, you just want to support somebody who's dope. And last but not least, Fivestar Comic Con Middletown, September 12th, one-day event. Definitely come and check us out. It's going to be fun. Tickets only $10. We are selling them live, like physical tickets at Crooked Dog Comics, so you can come there and buy an actual physical ticket if you want. It's going to be a good time. And I know Fish Lee will not be there this time, but the other three of us will. So come hang out, come see us. It'll be a good time. And as always, keep being a 5-star version of yourself. Keep rocking it. Keep killing it. Keep doing what you do. And we will catch you next Wednesday. Peace. Fish, run that.